I'm a human boy with a golden touch, searching to destroy, 'cause I've been looking for love too much. I'll show me, and I'll show you too. $50 in my knuckles says I could make a fool out of you. And everybody knows it. They tell me all the time I'm worth at least $1 million, and I barely have a dime. But that's alright. Yeah, that's alright. Took a midnight ride to another place, just to widen my eyes and put a new look on my face. No one ever told me I would get this cough. Oh Lord, they bought and sold me, and I still haven't gotten off. And everybody knows it. They tell me all the time I'm worth at least $1 million, and I barely have a dime. But that's alright. Yeah, that's alright. In the same old towns, in the same old shirt, I'm just going around trying to bury all of my dirt. If you never miss me, oh, you could get in line. I've been living lonely so far, and I'm doing just fine. And everybody knows it. They tell me all the time I'm worth at least $1 million, and I barely have a dime. Oh, but that's alright. And everybody knows it. They tell me all the time I'm worth at least $1 million, and I barely have a dime. Oh, but that's alright. Yeah, that's alright. Oh, that's alright. Oh, that's alright. Yeah. Take it easy, my friend, the rest is yet to come. Yeah, we're rounding the bend, but there's still work to be done. You've gotta do it for yourself. You can't lean on anybody else, so steel yourself, the rest is yet to come. It's a rainy parade, but the rest is yet to come. And the colors all fade, 'cause they have nowhere to run. The long and lonely road ahead is gonna make you wish that you were dead. So steel yourself, the rest is yet to come. Yeah. We are living in a dirty world. Nobody's coming clean. Good-hearted people do terrible things when the end justifies the means. All right. You're gonna wander out in the dark, shoot to kill and miss your mark. But don't be sad, the rest is yet to come. Do 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 do. Oh, just be glad, the rest is yet to come. All right. Thank you. Well, her soaking leather jacket was heavy as the pain in the Memphis rain. In the Memphis rain, diamond drops are sparkling on the zipper and the chain. In the Memphis rain, in the Memphis rain, please, silver lining, my old friend, come back around again. In the Memphis rain, in the Memphis rain, his CB 750 is taking her away. In the Memphis rain, in the Memphis rain, that motorcycle madman has led her heart astray. In the Memphis rain, in the Memphis rain, please, silver lining, my old friend, come back around again. In the Memphis rain, in the Memphis rain, wishes are like lightning, don't you move too slow. In the Memphis rain, in the Memphis rain, oh, the pain comes when you touch one and have to let it go. In the Memphis rain, in the Memphis rain, please, silver lining, my old friend, come back around again. In the Memphis rain, in the Memphis rain, in the Memphis rain, in the Memphis rain. Ooh. Thank you.
You fill up my senses like a night in the forest. Public service announcement from Amos Incorporated. If somebody ever picks up a guitar and says to you, You fill up my senses like a night in the forest. Run for your motherfucking life from that guy, and tell someone about that. Welcome back to the finale show of the First Agnostic Church of Hope and Wonder. We were going to do them through the month. We almost didn't do today because people are getting ready to go back to work and they need to practice. But I couldn't end this on that shirt I wore last week. I wanted to do one more. So. I didn't know him as well as I tell everyone I did. Hell, he was nearly 50 and I was only a kid, but even way back in those missing years when he was still just a catching on, there was nobody better than Handsome John. Look no further for your real McCoy. Here come the singing mailman from Maywood, Illinois. Oh, boy. The next time I saw him, he walked off to paradise. Any way that I would say that I still take for advice for with a plain spoken word and a simple melody. You can see this world with dignity. Look no further for your real McCoy. Here comes the singing mailman from Maywood, Illinois. Oh, boy. The last time that I saw him, he danced off to Lake Marie. When I realized that I was crying out in tears of victory, for with a few still missing and a new one coming on, there was still nobody better than a Handsome John. Look no further for your real McCoy. Here come the singing mailman down from Maywood, Illinois. I said, oh, boy. I said, oh, boy. Well, I'll tell you, I promised myself I would talk a lot today because I knew this was going to be the last one. And I think I've told this story to you before, but My favorite story about John, and the one that I find the most telling story about John, was when we went to Europe together a long, long time ago. And after an incredibly long flight, we got off the plane, and the promoter's son came to pick us up and take us to where we were going. And John had been there before. And so when we came out of the airport, that kid started going one day down the highway, and John said, I think we're supposed to be going the other way. And the kid said, no, this is right. And like 2 hours later, the kid says, oh, fuck, you're right. And I could feel myself getting angry. I could feel the band getting angry. I could feel the tour manager getting angry. But I could not feel John getting angry. John just said, that's fine, man. I love driving around Europe. And the weird thing is, he meant it. And he wasn't just trying to be cool. That was the way he was, you know. And I always like to tell people that, because that's not usually... Singers are pretty impatient in general, you know. This song I made up in Greencastle, Indiana, where I was in jail, and I had one phone call to make, and I called my wife, my ex-wife at the time, and this didn't pan out as a phone call the way it panned out as a song, but it goes like this. Called up, she said, hello, and I said, baby, there was a time when I was handsome, yeah. There was a time when I had money to burn. There was a time when where I landed, Lord, that was the least of my, hey, that was the least of my concern. But it hurts you when you lean back in these handcuffs. It's like 9 kinds of shame turned to rage. As a younger man, I might have put up a fight, but I just feel like such a fool at my age. A lot of this trouble, it just finds me, you know. Don't seem to matter which way I turn. How do you know when it's too late? How do you know if it's too late to learn? You know the number one symptom of heart disease? The number one symptom of heart disease is sudden death. It's like time stands still forever on you till it starts shaking around. Till it starts shaking around like some crazy old hooker on me. And you know me, I can't take none of that preaching. I don't like it on Sunday and no other day. But I feel like I ought to be praying or something, and I just don't have any idea what people say. I'd say a lot of these troubles, they just find me, Lord. But then again, most of these troubles I know I earn. How do you know it's too late? How do you know if it's too late? How do you know if it's too late to learn? I've learned nothing out here after all my years on this highway, but I'll tell you something, I have been passed by, and I have passed by more than my share cars. And I do remember back in my younger days when I was so certain that driving even faster was what it was gonna get me far. So ain't nothing left for me to learn here. It's just this half full or this half empty cup. I figure less than an ounce of possession shit. I could do that kind of time standing up. A lot of these troubles, they just find me, you know. Most of these troubles, oh, I know that I'm. How do you know when it's too late? How do you know if it's too late? How do you know if it's too late? You don't. All right. I don't think we've started with the piano before. Pretty cool. There's a lot of folks in here today. Everybody's getting vaccinated. Thank you, brother. Yep. My mom's here. My sister's here. They're both mothers. Alicia Witt is here. Chuck and Lisa from the East Nashville are here. My brother Mark is here, but he brought his friend Andy. Wilker's here. Same old crew. This is the biggest turnout we've had for one of these. Getting back to precedented times, maybe. All right, I'm going to have a sip of this. This one is newer. It's from the, it's about a song. It's a song about a song that I've been working on for 30 years. And one night in the hotel, I was working on it. And I think when I went to bed that night, I thought, you know what? Fuck that song. It's never going to get done. And then, but the next morning when I woke up and I looked at what I had done, I got a whole idea for a different song. And it only took a few minutes. About my first day that I got to this town. It says, my first day in Nashville, it didn't seem like much of one. Drinking till I had fallen asleep out in the sun. I was working on a song I guess I'm still working on. It's called Where Will I Go Now That I'm Gone. When that idea first came to me, I was only 22. By 25, I had realized it was all that I could do to make it to the end. But then again, I always knew if I never got it finished, I could die trying to. Last night I thought I had it right here in my hotel, but it faded out the further sleep that I felt. When I woke up this morning and I was more than twice my age, and I had left myself this note here on another empty page. Where will I go now that I'm gone? It said maybe you've been chasing a song too long. Well, it's turned into a song about a song you're working on. Come on, let it go. It's gone. But you know, giving up a dream, that's a lot like making one come true. It's easy to sit around and talk about, but it's a little harder to just go out and do. But for this one last question, I would give up on this song. Where will I go now that I'm gone? Now that I'm gone. Gone. Where will I go now that I'm gone? that thunder? All right. Big rainy show for our last one. This has really been fun, y'all. I hope you've enjoyed it. We recorded a ton of it, and we're going to put out the ones we did of all the individual records. We're going to make that something so everyone can get. And man, I'm so incredibly grateful to, I could tell, like, this record we just put out, you guys are being incredibly kind about it. And I know that people don't tune in to me for that. That was something I just had to do with my life. And I'd never had the time to do it before because studio costs so much. You've got to make your own to do those. Like if we'd had to pay to make that record, there's no chance that we would have made, we'd be so in debt. So, man, this all worked out nice. I hope you're digging it. I'll try to play some of them. But yeah, I am just grateful that we got to try that new thing I've been wanting to do my whole life, and people have been really groovy about it. And I'll come out on the road alone this fall, though, and show you I can play them songs by myself. But next year, maybe, I might bring a band to your town. There's a Coke machine glowing through a parking lot. Oh, you call out a room with a view. Was the best night of pool that I ever shot, and I made a lot of money too. Looking for some company in the weekly scene. I seen an ad that just had to be you. I hadn't seen you since New Orleans. I never did figure out where you'd run off to. I know I looked bad the last time you saw me, but lately I've been doing alright. I won a tournament last week in Oklahoma City, hustled half of this town tonight. I got some cocaine if you want some, best that I could find. And we could just sit here and talk all night. If that big old guy out in your car don't mind, like old time. We're gonna screw off the top on a bottle of wine, living out our own kind of American dream, like old time. Your girl was always the same as mine. You didn't want to throw your fishing line in that old mainstream. Well, no, I'm not expecting anybody but you. I don't know who that could be at the door, but I'm pretty sure that you got a clue, and I'll bet you've been to this hotel before. Put the you-know-what in the bathroom, but don't flush it down just yet. Put your blader in my suitcase, I'll get the window. You light a cigarette, it'll be like old time. Just like the old time, living out our own kind of American dream, Lord, like old time. Your goal was always the same as mine. You didn't want to throw your fishing line in that old mainstream. No, sir, officer, you don't understand. We're just two old friends drinking wine. I'm sure she is, but that's not all she is. She's also no friend of mine. I got a high school picture right here in my wallet from 1982. I said, no, sir, officer, no offense taken. You have a good night, too. It's a good thing we didn't throw this away. Baby, turn up the radio. I'm pretty sure that cop knew what we were up to. I guess he just decided to let us go. Oh, don't make such a thing about the picture. Well, that was just something I kept. You don't get all sentimental on me now. You haven't even told me a new name yet. Oh, old time. Just like them old time, living out our own kind of American dream. go was always the same as mine. Didn't want to throw your fishing line in that old mainstream, and you didn't. Yeah, that movie's coming out too, right? I think you'll be able to see that movie. And I don't remember which word it was in that last song, but one of the words came out just like, it was an easy word too, but it just came out the way it wanted to. Anyway, it doesn't make a fuck. This was the, this was a hardworking American song. I was going through a divorce, and I was going to see Widespread Panic in Asheville, and I had a cup of coffee and a joint, which they call a hillbilly speedball, but they also call Widespread Panic fans spreadnecks. Spreadneck speedball, way too highway. Needle is broken, ain't no telling on the gas. The highway dog plays a Russian roulette in and out of the sun under the overpass. Oh, oh, oh. Why on earth they say only heaven knows why we turn every last word ever heard on each other over where everybody goes. I know, I think therefore I am because I am, or so I thought I was. When in Rome they say shoot Roman candles that way. Nobody thinks you're crazy. Passing it back and forth like a 5th of July. I realize I can't tell you what to tell yourself. But if we're still not what you thought you wanted, well then you can't deny it, baby. We were something else. They say that only heaven knows while we turn every last word ever heard on each other over where everybody goes. I know, I think therefore I am because I am, or so I thought I was. When in Rome they say shoot Roman candles that way. Nobody thinks you're crazy. We don't leave the people we marry. We leave who we just cannot believe that they have become. I said we don't leave the people we fell for. No, we leave the people that we can't believe that they have become. And I said leaving, well, I don't mind as much as getting left behind. wild words they say, only heaven knows what we turn every last word ever heard on each other over where everybody goes. I know I think therefore I am because I am also I thought I was. When in Rome they say shoot Roman candles that way. Nobody thinks you're crazy. You're crazy. Oh Lord, you're crazy. It's been fun to get these songs out. This one started off a hard-working American song. I think it was kind of to my ex, but it was also a little bit to my buddy Dave and the Hard-Working Americans. I felt like I could sort of see the end. I thought I liked it when we were a cover band, and sometimes yeah, this one's about a lot of stuff. If we never get together again, please forgive me for these fools that I have been. See if you can't remember me when I was listening to my better angels. Just see if you can remember me when I was listening. It's like a force of nature. It's coming over me. I can't keep myself from like a force of nature. May your hopes always outweigh your doubts until this old world finally punches you out. May you always play your music loud enough to wake up all your neighbors. Or may you play at least loud enough to always wake yourself up. Well, it's like a force of nature. It's coming over me. I can't keep myself from moving. I can't keep from moving. It's like a force of nature. It's like a force of nature. It's like a force of nature. It's coming over me. Well, I can't keep myself from moving. Lord, I can't keep from moving. No, it's like a force of nature. Like a force of nature. nature. Like a force of nature. Hey, my sister right there. All right, this one. We've had a good run here, man. We'll be back out to see you, though, soon. And who knows, we'll think of something else to do in here, maybe. I think we get back here in July. I've told the story about this song a million times. About the guy when I was at the Taco Bell behind a guy in a really nice car. And he was really angry at whoever given him his food. I couldn't imagine what could have gone so fucking wrong with some food. And then I remember when I made it up, we were at Eric's studio. This is when East Nashville was really just getting going. I have such a fond memory of going over to Eric's house and thinking, okay, we're gonna record this song, we need a drummer. So we called all the drummers we knew, and there wasn't any, so we walked over to the Three Crow, and we said, any drummers? And none. So we went over to the Drifters and asked there, and there was one there, and by the time we got back, there was also one at Eric's who had, somebody at the first bar had called him, so we had two drummers. And that's what always makes me think of this neighborhood. If you're a singer and you got some songs, get down here. We have been waiting for you. They named that goddamn kiss ass and handle me. My president of human resources or something. He stood up and made a speech about how we would all have to work even harder now. I thought harder now. Harder at what? I would give anything to get up and walk out of here, but I'm stuck on the corner of sanity and madness. Hold on, I'm looking them over. Can't see no difference. We're making money out of paper, paper out of trees, making so much money we can hardly breathe. You ought to hear the shit that I get from my daughter. She says that she can't stand the sight of the car I bought her. It's gonna ruin her life forever. She don't drive a rag top. Her and her mother spend my money pretty much non-stop. They're trying to break us for the sake of this neighborhood. They want everybody up and down the street to think we're doing good. We're stuck on the corner. Sanity and madness. Oh Lord, I'm looking them over. I can't see no difference. I'm making money out of paper, paper out of trees, making so much money we can hardly breathe. I didn't even want to study economics. My parents made me because they said it would be practical. I can't make my kid do a goddamn thing I tell him to. That kid's an unrepentant radical. He is as unimpressed by these plaques in my cubicle as I am secretly impressed with his ability to look at everything so completely irresponsibly. I'm stuck on the corner of sanity and madness. Oh Lord, I'm looking them over. Can't see no difference. Making money out of paper, paper out of tree. Making so much money we can hardly breathe. Get on it. Have to call that little pecker Mr. Handelman. I drove home from work as mad as I had ever been, and then I nearly jerked this kid out of a drive-through window. He said, will that be everything? I said, what the fuck would you know? You are looking at a man that's about to buy his little girl a rag top. What are you driving, a bicycle, you little punk? I'm stuck on the corner, yep, of sanity and madness. Yes, I'm looking them over. Can't see no difference. Making money out of paper, paper out of tree. Lord, making so much money we can hardly breathe. We're making money out of paper, paper out of trees. Oh Lord, we're making so much money. I said we're making so much money. I said, Lord, we're making so much money we can hardly breathe. That's how you know when the song's over, when they do that. That felt good. That was fun. I'm having a good time today. I about like to not stop. Got people in here. Will Rogers said he never met a man he didn't like. Wait, let me back up and make sure that I got that right. He might have liked every man he ever met, that's true. But he never said he liked every man that he knew. Oh, 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 oh. I met a woman with the Midas touch. I could never get her to touch very much. I met a man of opportunity. He never offered any of it up to me. I met a soldier in a recruit booth, said he'd make a man out of me and stole my youth. Working for a man who could not stop lying, drove us off a cliff and called it flying. No, no, no. No, no, no. No, no, no. Said that ain't flying. That's just not flying. That ain't flying. Oh, Lord, that ain't flying. But when a wise man flies, he understands that a man has not technically flown until he lands. If you're coming into land and you crash and die, well, all you really did for sure was get too high. You ever get too high? You ever get too high? You ever get too high? Well, neither have I, but I will if I've got to prove to you, guy, I'm so turned around I could calm up a riot. Fighting for peace, I like screaming for quiet. Oh, oh, oh. Oh, 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 oh. I said, I don't know what I've been told. You might meet a little fox in an atheist hole. I said, I don't know, but I've been told. I said, I don't know, but I've been told. I said, I don't know for sure. Somebody told me. I said, I don't know for sure. Somebody just told me. This is one of the songs I'm going to try off the new record. And the one thing I was really trying to do with it, too, was give us a bunch of shit we could sing together when I get back out there. So don't forget to learn your parts. There is an island made out of garbage. It's twice the size of the state of Texas. It's wall to wall with plastic, white trash. It drifted upon a sea of indifference in between us and our existence. And they call it that great Pacific, a garbage patch. Since 1950, we've turned out plastic, 9 billion tons of it, to be exact, and 7 billion tons of that 9 billion has made its way out into your trash, and 5 billion of that 7 billion made its way out into the ocean, where it is now in that great Pacific, a garbage patch. So throw your hands in the air and wave them like you just don't care, 'cause you probably don't. Throw your lighter up there too, it's gonna be longer than me and you. Don't think it won't. La 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 la. Hey, 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 hey. So throw your hand in the air and wave them like you just don't care, 'cause you don't. Throw your lighters up there too, they gonna be here longer than me and you. Don't think they won't. La 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 la. There is an island made out of garbage, twice the size of the state of Texas, and they call it that great Pacific garbage patch. Yeah, that'd be fun to get out there and play. You know what I told myself I was going to do today was some shit that, you know, that I haven't done. Like I've played D.B. Cooper one time last year, you know, maybe 2 or 3. Which you usually play it every night. So I thought I should see if I still know it. But my mom's here, you guys, and my sister too, you remember? We were out playing War. Where did my mom go? Over there? Yeah. Remember we were playing War? Outside, I can't even imagine what that means anymore. Like, yeah, how do you play War? Well, I guess just run around out there. But yeah, I guess. We were like 10 or something. But there was a bunch of us out there, and it started to snow. But it was ash. Can you dig it? And it was, I guess I'm telling a different story. I'm talking about when Mount St. Helens erupted. Yeah. I don't think D.B. Cooper was involved in that at all. But he could have been. He could have been. Oh, man, it's them hash J's. Okay, so ready? Let's see if I know this. Let's do some bets. D.B. Cooper was 43 when we first heard his name. 47 miles away from where he fell down to his fame. But he told me that the hardest part wasn't really jumping out of that plane. It was spending the night watching police lights shine through the pouring rain. Well, they had a manhunt that next morning like nothing I'd ever seen. Well, I was only 8 years old at that time. I was watching on my TV screen. They were saying he was never gonna make it now. Now the daylight had set in. But later that night, they were shining that light back down on the mountain again. Not far away from the city of roses, they all watched those lights up through the rain. For D.B. Cooper. Well, the cops blocked off all the exit roads and they turned loose all of their hounds. They even drug a river up a couple of times to see if he had drowned. With all of those men working overtime, they swore that they would bring him down. But a parachute and a few $100s is all that they'd ever found. Not far away from the city of roses, they all watched those lights up through the rain. Some people say that he died up there somewhere in the rain and the wind. Other people say that he got away, but then his girlfriend did him in. The lawmen say if he is out there someday, they're gonna drag him in. Well, as for me, I hope they never see old D.B. Cooper again. Not far away from the city of roses, roses. They all watch those lights up through the rain. D.B. Cooper, Lottie's drinking champagne, drinking champagne, drinking champagne. Do this. My mother had asked me to do Mother by Danzig. Remember last year when I tried that? That was mixed results. Mixed results. This song though, my mother played a role in this. I was living at the Gilmore down in Memphis, and I would get up every morning and go get coffee down there, and then this one particular morning, I got down there and it said, closed 20 minutes. And I looked and I could see the guy behind the counter had a knife in his back, just sticking out. You could only see the handle. And I looked at him like, fuck, where am I gonna get coffee now, though? And, but also, I thought, this guy's giving himself 20 minutes to rally back from this. I bet he's the only one in there, it's locked. And he's thinking, 20 minutes, I'll be back. And I went up to my apartment and I called you and I said, it's a circus down here. And you said, yeah, you're the sideshow of the thing. And then I just made all this up. At the time, too, I had this car I had bought for $500. No nothing, no info. And I took it to a guy to fix it. And he just told me that he just said, fuck. I said, can I have my car back? And he just said no. I guess he stole it. That's true. My landlady treats me like I don't pay my rent. I gave my car to my mechanic, I ain't seen it since. My phone is always ringing when I want to be alone. They're trying to sell me everything from heaven to Cologne. Everybody's got an offer, I just can't refuse. It's a circus out there, mama. Your baby's got the sideshow blues. Well, it's all a big commercial out. It's the video of a man. It's a plot to put an end to my attention span. They make up all these issues that I've never understood. If I thought I could change things, I'd run out to Hollywood. But it's so hard to kick the door down when you ain't wearing no shoes. Well, it's a circus out there, mama. Your baby's got them sideshow blues. I got them sideshow blues. I wanna tame a lion. These centering rich kids, they're not even trying. They go from college to the big top, taking all of the best positions, while I'm out in this tent with all these freaks and musicians. Out here in this tent with all you freaks and musicians, I'm moaning them sideshow blues. Well, I try to tell my girlfriend she's the only one that I've got, but there's this girl I hardly know keeps trying to tell her that she's not, and she's got a loaded pistol and she waves it all the time. She says sometimes you gotta kill a boy just to keep his ass in line. At least that's the way she sees it. She says she saw it on the news. It's a circus out here, mama. Your baby's got them sideshow blues. People play satanic records, man. You don't know when they'll freak. From a quiet kid into a maniac, into a movie of the week. We're killing over cocaine, dying over sex, bowing down and praying to whoever gonna cut the checks. And then I go to church on Sunday night. I can't help but sleep in the pew. It's a circus out here, mama. Your baby's got them sideshow blues. Yes, it's a circus out here, mama. Baby's in that sideshow. Lo, lo, lo. Whew. It's a circus out here, mama. I'm in that sideshow. It's circus out here, mama. I'm in that sideshow. Man, I remember I was playing that song with Yonder Mountain String Band, and I'd played it with him before. And Jeff Austin, you guys all know Jeff. How it ends. Jeff was like, we should make a song out of that. Take that out of that, and we'll make a whole new song out of it. We never did, Puck. We made up some songs though. And then this is one of the new ones. And, you know, all of you, and I'm sure that if you know who I am, you know that Jeff Austin's gone. And this is, I made this up shortly after we lost him. We had talked on the phone the night before, and I gave him some advice. I wish I'd have given him different advice. You always knew I understood. You knew I would say what I said. Had I known it would go the way it would, I would have said this instead. Sail on, my friend. Sail on into a new horizon. If you can't play that same old song again, I say, sail on. Let's just say you broke a string, and we can raise a toast to your health. You don't have to play or sing for anyone else but yourself. Sail on, my friend. Sail on into a new horizon. If you can't play that same old song again, I say, sail on. Break a leg in paradise. Save a place for me. I don't know from good advice, so I'll just see you when I see you. Sail on, my friend. Sail on into a new horizon. If you can't play that same old song again, I say, sail on. Oh, Jeffrey. Oh, man. I'm so glad we had this time together. Remember that Carol Burnett would grab her ear to say hi to her mom? This great Mother's Day. I was surprised that my mom came, my sister came. This was my parents' song many, many years ago. I remember when I was making East Nashville Skyline, I was complaining about something. And my manager, Al Bonetta, such a great cat, he looked at me and he said, "Enjoy yourself. It's later than you think." And well, I heard him. I really heard him, and I remembered that was my parents' song. Enjoy yourself, it's later than you think. Enjoy yourself while you're still in the pink. These years, they go by as quickly as a wink. Enjoy yourself, it's later than you think. You work and work for years and years, you're always on the go. You never take no minutes off, you're too busy making dough. Someday for sure you're gonna see the world when you're a millionaire. But how far you gonna travel in some old rocking chair? Enjoy yourself, it's later than you think. Enjoy yourself while you're still in the pink. These years go by as quickly as a wink. Enjoy yourself, it's later than you think. You're going to take an ocean trip, no matter come what may. You got your reservations, but you just can't get away. Someday for sure you're gonna see the world, you're gonna really get around. But how far you gonna travel when you're 6 feet underground? Enjoy yourself, it's later than you think. Enjoy yourself while you're still in the pink. These years go by as quickly as a wink. Enjoy yourself, it's later than you think. All right. Worry when the weather's cold, you worry when it's hot. You worry when you're doing well, and you worry when you're not. It's worry, worry all the time. You don't know how to laugh. We're gonna think of something funny when we write your epitaph. Enjoy yourself, it's later than you think. Enjoy yourself while you're still in the pink. These years, they go by as quickly as a wink. Enjoy yourself, it's later than you think. Enjoy yourself, it's later than you think. Enjoy yourself, it's later than you think. And now for your amusement and your entertainment value, I have a special surprise I've been saving up for a Mother's Day surprise for my own mother and my sister and everybody else out there. Ladies and gentlemen, Alicia Witt is going to join me for this song. Settle down, fellas. Cowboys ain't easy to love, and they're harder to hold. They'd rather give you a song than diamonds or gold. Lone Star belt buckles and old faded Levi's, and each night begins a new day. If you don't understand him and he don't die young, he'll probably just ride away. Mamas, don't let your babies grow up to be cowboys. Don't let them pick guitars and drive them old trucks. Let them be doctors and lawyers and such. Mamas, don't let your babies grow up to be cowboys. stay home and they're always alone, even with someone they love. Cowboys like smoky old pool rooms and clear mountain mornings, little warm puppies and children and girls of the night. Them that don't know him won't like him, and them that do sometimes won't know how to take him. He ain't wrong, he's just different, and his heart won't let him do things to make you think he's right. Mamas, don't let your babies grow up to be cowboys. Don't let them pick guitars and drive them old trucks. Let them be doctors and lawyers and such. Mamas, don't let your babies grow up to be cowboys. They'll never stay home and they're always alone, even with someone they love. Guitars and drive them old trucks, make them be doctors and lawyers and such. Mamas, don't let your babies grow up to be cowboys. They'll never stay home and they're always alone, even with someone they love. Yeah, they never stay home and they're always alone, even with someone they love. Thank y'all so much. That's fun. Oh yeah, applause. We finally got the crowd to clear. Let's see, what was I going to do? All right, y'all. This is the first time I broke a sweat, I think, in the whole time we've been doing this. Take your time. Tell me slow. Should I stay? When we both know you thought you knew what I was just about to say, and you did not know, but you always think you do. Let me tell you something, baby. I've been looking back over my shoulder. It's not you that I've got to blame. If I could do all this all over, I would do nothing the same. Seemed like the right thing at the time, though. Lord, it seemed like the right thing at the time. Oh, 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 oh. I try to remember, it helps me to forget. The older I get, yeah, hold on. The older I get, the more I worry, that the more I worry, the older I'm gonna get, and yet I still worry about that. Ain't that about a son of a bitch, I tell you? Some guys can't take no for an answer. Some guys can't even take yes for an answer. I ain't sure how I ended up here this evening, but I suppose if I had to guess, I would give this for an answer. Seemed like the right thing at the time, baby. Now it seemed like the right thing at the time. When I'm trying to find some kind of way I can cope, I try to admit it's hard to admit it, but sometimes ain't the despair that gets me as much as the hope. God, there's always hope, I tell you. When I found myself in possession of these car keys, well, I just naturally assumed that I could drive. Oh, seemed like the right thing at the time. Lord, it seemed like the right thing to do at the time. The last song I want to leave you with. May some good fortune come to you. May some good fortune come to you. She's always cooking up something. When I'm feeling down, she knows just what to say to pull me through. Looking like Booker T and the MG sound. There ain't nothing that my baby can't do. Not to change the subject, but have you seen my shoes? I think I left them here the last time I played. Sometimes I feel like all I ever get to do is lose. Sometimes I feel like I got it made. May some good fortune come to you. May some good fortune come to you. I want to thank all y'all for coming down, and I don't think I mentioned Todd Snider was in here too. We had a great Sunday. People say that life is precious and you have to make the most of it, but nobody has ever proven either of those things. But when you stand back and you look at the long and the short of it, what else is there to do but sing? I like to say, may some good fortune come to you. May some good fortune come to you. Do you think there's a kid living in this entire town that is dreaming of growing up to be a bum? I didn't think you did, but we both know how that is just exactly what some will become. Enough about me. Let's talk about you for a second. Okay, maybe that's enough. Getting back to me, you know my all-time favorite movie is that one where those two cops who cannot stand each other later under pressure learn to work together. They become better partners and the best of friends, and then that one says something funny and the movie ends. May some good fortune come to you. May some good fortune come to you. Well, that's it, my fellow travelers. I wish you the best of fortune. And I will see you out there on that road someplace. Seacrest out. One day a wise young man threw down his apron and he said, I quit. I've been considering the meaning of existing, and I'm pretty sure this ain't it. So we climbed up the tallest mountain. He sat beneath the tallest tree, seeking a peace within himself. He waited patiently. It would seem that all was a folly as he focused more and more, exploring the nature of being until he came to its very core. And it was there he became enlightened, and it was then he begun to sob. He said, oh shit, I quit my job. Is everybody ready for the get together? Is everybody ready for the get together? Is everybody ready for the get together? Day after, forever, oblivion, oh better, you better get ready. Come on, somebody. 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 Come on, somebody.
Ever since Brian saw Hayes Carl with his shirt off that summer, we're gonna make a record.
And songs on blocks.
Today we're gonna try to get started. I met Robbie Krall when he was playing for the East Side Bulldogs, and he was playing the saxophone. but he smoked dope good, and we talked about the same records. Let me just do one more.
I'm not gonna leave that shit the way it is.
Holy crap.
That
is a big fish.
I want to play harp through an amp. You can smoke dope on the job. Clearly you're smoking it at home. Thank you, I love it. I just love it. We filed through and go, there's the song from last night, you know? What a beautiful way. One more time for the top. Turn me loose. Turn me loose. Turn me loose.
Do it again from the top.
So where you're starting it now?
Yeah.
Originally, that was like a short little musical break.
Let's just try it one more time. I guess, what do you do with that?
You just sit there and let it go? Thanks, Benny.
Thank you.
Number one vocal influence on grunge was Cher. I don't play guitar. The ants go marching one by one, hurrah.
Yeah, just same punch and I'll double that.
At least 10 false starts.
Yeah, Brian will work on ourselves and fucking get masked up. And then you can go to jail for a little while. But what do you care? Like, it's the pandemic.